Hello everyone, I'm Overhaul, and today we are doing a My Hero Academia chapter review 244. And honestly, considering what we got this week, My Hero Academia unfortunately got the short end of the stick. Now, not to say that this chapter was bad, it's just, well, One Piece revealed us Yonko and the Pirate King's bounties. Black Clover gave us a possible new demon, as well as an interesting ship between Ozawa and Dorothy. And Seven Saints had the Demon King fight Ascanor. So, yeah, calling it, saying that My Academia got the show of the stick is not really a surprise. But how? Considering the fact they were killing the last couple of weeks with the My Villain Academia, I guess makes sense. So yeah, let's begin this chapter. So we begin this chapter in the way we ended up last one, with our top 3 trio going after Endeavor and trying to keep up with him. It's mentioned here that Endeavor is so, I would say, ready and expecting of an attack that he can hit the attack before anyone else. So yeah, that says how the care that Endeavor is to his hero work. If he couldn't even be even more awesome. If only there was a way for him to become awesome. Oh wait, there is! Because in this chapter we get to see the whole Spitfire technique that the show to mention the last well, in one of the chapters. I believe it was after their Class 1A versus Class 1B fight. And needless to say, it is awesome. I can't wait until until next year or whenever it's going to be animated because it looks amazing. Zinc, yeah. So basically, as far as I can tell, this fire technique, it seems to increase your speed as well as possibly your fire. We'll get to that later. Now, anyway, because we cut to the bad guy who's been attacking. And let's just say his introduction was kind of hilarious. When we see him spelling his religious belief, or whatever you want to call it. And some people are like, alright, isn't that the guy from that Star Seeker, whatever was his name, from the District 2 or something? Apparently this is the guy who just stays in a corner and, just spouts religious insanity, and they're just kind of saying, oh, it's too damn early for this. Which is possibly true because, what time are we working with? Are we working with 9 or something? It can't be that late or anything, so yeah. It's kinda hilarious. So yeah, now we go to the guy's quirk. Now, the way this guy's quirk seems to be some kind of a glass manipulation. Because we see him breaking the glass from the windows of the office building and assembling them to one giant glass ball. So yeah. Also, by the way, just something to mention. One of the people there, one of the staff workers there, mentions, the heroes aren't going to come. We need to go and do it ourselves. Kind of not really make to speculate. It's kind of showing that the whole fear that some people are going to get inspired by it is coming true. So yeah. This guy's about to attack and specify his nonsense, and then Endeavor uses Spitfire Fire Fist and just absolutely destroys that giant piece of glass. If I had to give you an idea how big it was, imagine a giant tower that has glass windows all over it, barely any piece. Pretty much all you see is glass. In fact, from far away, you couldn't even tell there was any concrete between it. Just a giant glass building all together, mushed into one. Also, by the way, apparently this is actually an unbelievable amount of skill because Endeavor even addresses it as, oh, I see you must have some amazing control of it. Now, this has actually put some people in speculation that this could possibly be the trigger drug that, that was mentioned in the Chaikisaki arc. Which means that either this guy was actually not really working for the Paranormal Liberation Fund, because they do have at least one, I believe, but at least been tricked by Darby to attack that Endeavor because, well, let's just say that after the high-end normal attack, it's very likely that Darby wants to, let's say, destroy Endeavor, for lack of better words. Now, it's possible, but I also think it's possible that maybe the trigger drug is made by some other villains. I remember, just because the Paranormal Liberation Fund have one sample and can't actually make more doesn't mean they are the ones. Plus, as far as we know, maybe the plan for these people that have the trigger drug is to give to a bunch of random homeless people, or those type of people that spread nonsense, give them the drug, and they have them go around and show it off. That way you increase the buyers. Especially since we don't exactly know what the Paranormal Liberation Fund are doing right now. No, and if you wanna keep in front of the game, that would be the best way to do it. So yeah, when Endeavor shows up and basically destroys it, which could be again reference that Hoy's Spitfire technique does also boost his attacks, which I can't wait to see how it's looking so awesome. So yeah, it's very likely that it does. So that guy's like, oh and the staff people there are like, oh, it's too hot, let's get away. Because the heat event is literally like burning stuff. In fact, that guy, that religious Zed, is screaming, my throat, it's burning. And he starts throwing away. And Endeavor goes after him. In the meantime, he also tells, I'm assuming one of the people that works at his agency, or maybe our fellow hero there, just a random guy, well, not a random guy, a random hero character, telling him to go take care of the civilians. So that's nice, that he actually is aware that the civilians could be in danger. So he goes after this guy, and he is about to capture him, but then the guy says, oh, attack him, to, I guess, his fellow believers, which is just 3 random guys who also look homeless. It's so funny to imagine that these are just a bunch of 4 homeless people trying to take down the number 1. It's just hilarious. But luckily for Endeavor, or at least luckily for them, because I'm pretty sure they will get burned up and they will attack Endeavor, Izuku Bakugo are attacking them to counter him, but luckily Hawks shows up and takes them down easily. Granted, this wasn't much of a fight because, again, it's a tough for students in Class 1A and possibly one of the best students in UA in general, and the number 1 hero against a bunch of people that might be using a trigger drug. Like, it's still not confirmed, but it still is that. So yeah, and then Hawks appears and basically wins everything. So yeah, and that guy is also captured by Endeavor. Very easy and not very big problem. Then we cut to the police, arresting them, they spend some of their nonsense or something. But the interesting thing is that the main attacker kind of says that Endeavor is flames, as the shadows from those flames give the villains the power to rise. That has leads to some people thinking that, well, All Might's shining beacon was keeping the villains at bay. Endeavor is kind of being the target of the other villains. I don't know really. Maybe if this Dobby is the one that gave them the trigger drug and all that, then maybe he kind of is like nudging Endeavor, like kind of making him panic or something. I don't know really. So far, it's still left unknown. In fact, I'm pretty sure the official translation didn't even come out yet. So yeah, who knows really. So yeah, after that, Bakugo, Shoto, and Izuku basically meet Hawks, and they're like having their own conversation. So yeah, Hawks mentions what's happening at Tokoyami, and he's saying that he's currently busy, so he has Tokoyami with his sidekicks, or maybe with some other hero that it's apparently his hometown. So yeah, that's there. No, I think he's being into him with his sidekicks. Well, still, I believe, well, that is still under him, it's just he has his psychics train him. So yeah, and he also kind of meets Bakugo and Izuku. He mentions, "Oh, you're that finger destroying kid," and he also said, and he kind of has a lot. He has this moment where he looks at Bakugo and kind of feels remorse because he basically killed Best Genius, and Bakugo was entering Best Genius, so he kind of feels guilty because of that. So, anyways, it never brings up the point and says, if you wanted to team up with me, you should have contacted me first or something. And Hawks is like, no, man, I'm not. I didn't came here for business. I think I was just passing by, and I see there, and I thought, hell, let's come and have a little. Hell, why don't I come and help? I'm assuming that he didn't know that the interns were there, that Bakugo, Izuku, and Shoto were there to help. So yeah, he just decided to come there and help. Also, this little funny scene with Bakugo saying, "I was faster than you there." Sure you were, Bakugo, sure you were. I'm pretty sure you were faster than the character who's most likely the fastest character in the series. So yeah. So basically he says, I'm not here for business, I'm here to just show you this book. And it's of course the Liberation Army book. And Hawks is like, oh, this is an amazing book, it's becoming really relevant now. I thought you could read it, and if you don't have the free time, I outlined some of my favorite parts of the book, and the basic idea behind that is for Hawks to give the message to Endeavor in a unsuspicious way. Basically, hey, number one pro hero, why don't you read this book? I'm sure you're gonna find it very interesting. So why don't you read it? Especially the parts that I've outlined for you. So yeah, he's not really being subtle with it, but it never doesn't catch up right away. He's like, Dastro was a crazy fanatic who's want to make a supreme society commit countless criminal acts. His words are basically what every sane person would think about Dastro. So yeah, and then Hawks tells him, oh, if this society that Dastro wanted to create were to happen, us heroes would have a lot of free time. So now some people are kind of wonder, and we see Endeavor realize something. We see this kind of little small panel with his eyes, and he's remembering and flashing back to the moment where he and Hawks had let in the beginning of the Pro Hero arc, where they had a little conversation in that restaurant, in which Hawks said, all I want is a world where us heroes could have a little more free time. So this has led some people to think is Endeavor going to figure out that what Hawks is trying to say, or is there going to be something weird and stupid, but the misunderstanding type of things where he's going to not really where he's going to be like, really, Hawks, you assaulted again to having a little more free time that you would actually believe the words of a madman. But if you ask me, I think they now will figure out what Hawks is implying there, because the way that the way that Hirokoshi drawn his face kind of seemed to imply something serious. Well, when he was telling Endeavor the first time, he was more like, chill back, hey. So if I personally think that Endeavor will make the dots like, he's saying something he already said to me, but the last time he said to me, he was completely laid back, and now he's saying it in a very kind of a serious tone, kind of a nudging tone. So I think they now will kind of take it upon him, like, what did he outline? So yeah, so this could possibly lead to Endeavor finding out, and the Big Three finding out as well. Or this could, I don't know, so this is kind of a smart thing to do. I don't exactly know how exactly it's going to work, like if like Hawks like write in the first page, alright, skip to the, alright, in the exact order, skip to these parts of the book, and you'll get the full picture. Or if he like outlined some things he wanted to say, like, oh, the League of Villains and the Liberation Army joined forces. The members are, and the names of the people there and the executives and all that. Or if he's just going to be like, inform the Hero Agency that the League of Villains and the Liberation Army have joined forces, and they are the names of the people that are working currently. I exactly know, but that is what I'm getting from it. This is what I'm predicting. So yeah, like I said, this chapter was pretty low standard. I mean, it had some great artwork with Endeavor and in a very intriguing ending. But outside of that, nothing else. Now, anyways, I hope you like this video, and I hope you're gonna leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. Also, just to mention, if you wanna follow like more my channel better, you have to click the bell icon next to the subscription box, because there have been problems with people not getting my videos on YouTube. So anyways, with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you people next time. Bye.